Up on the Daily O, a Stillwater teen is facing the road to recovery.
And an update on the case still shocking the community. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of the Daily O. I'm Kendall May Stark.
And I'm Kennedy Coyle. We're glad you're with us. A Stillwater teen is facing a long road to recovery after a serious e-bike incident. 14-year-old Austin Oz Utley was hit by a car earlier this month and suffered a severe spinal cord injury. He is now paralyzed from the neck down and cannot breathe on his own. Oz is being treated at the Oklahoma Children's Hospital and is communicating using eye gaze technology. His family says they're holding on to hope as he begins the next step in his recovery.
A first of its kind hearing in Oklahoma over crime victims' rights has wrapped up in Stillwater. The case centers on the Jesse Butler case, where victims claim prosecutors violated their rights under Marsy's law. Attorneys for the victims argue they were not properly informed about a plea deal before it was entered in court. Prosecutors maintain they followed the law and provided adequate communication throughout the case. The judge will now decide whether any rights were violated and if changes are needed going forward. The ruling will not impact the defendant's sentence, but could set a precedent for future cases.
It looks like Oklahoma is about to get hit with some severe weather. So let's check in with Will Manzel to see what we can expect for our evening forecast. Will?
Yeah, guys, right now we are in a severe storm risk and a slight tornado watch as well. As you can see over here, we're currently in a moderate storm risk. It's going to be a bit more extreme over here in Eden. We're actually in the enhanced storm risk. I think I read that wrong, but just looking over here, we might be seeing some storms. Most likely as we get around 8 p.m. tonight, we're going to start seeing some things going on, and we're going to go ahead and see that our tornado potential is pretty low, so we're not likely to see a tornado anywhere around Stillwater, but we are still on watch for it. And we might be seeing some softball-sized hail if it comes to that, and the wind speeds are going to be between 70 and 80 miles per hour if we start seeing those winds pick up. Now, looking at today's forecast, let's look at our current conditions. We're going to see that right now it's about 77 degrees outside and it feels like 77. And once again, we are on that tornado watch, so just make sure you are being aware. And also our winds are coming in right now from the east at 14 miles per hour. Now, as we go over campus, we're going to see that it's pretty cloudy outside right now. We've seen a little bit of rain going on. We're going to be seeing some more once again at around 8 p.m. tonight or so, and that's going to be moving into tomorrow. But I'll talk to you more about tomorrow as we get into our radar later. But for now, let's go ahead and send it back over to the desk.
Thanks for that, Will. Oklahoma County's clerk is apologizing after a $14 million bookkeeping error sparked a heated meeting. Clerk Marissa Treat says the mistake was due to human error, using the wrong number in a budget report. She admits the issue was discovered last fall but not shared with county leaders until this month. Officials say that delay may have impacted major decisions, including funding for the county jail. Some leaders criticized the lack of transparency, while others commended Treat for taking responsibility. The money will be available for use starting July 1st.
Oklahoma House leadership has banned Cherokee Nation Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. from speaking on the House floor. The move comes after Hoskin spoke out against proposals to scale back Medicaid expansion. Lawmakers are pushing to shift funding decisions to voters, despite Oklahomans already approving expansion in 2020. Tribal leaders say cutting the program could impact hundreds of millions of dollars for healthcare and the state economy. More than 250,000 Oklahomans rely on Medicaid, including many children. The proposals would allow the state to end expansion if federal funding drops below 90%.
Tulsa State Representative John Waldron is stepping down from the Oklahoma legislature. Waldron submitted a resignation letter to Governor Kevin Stitt asking for it to take effect October 1st. He also says he will not take office, even if he wins his upcoming primary, and is requesting a special election. The decision comes after reports he created and sent an AI-generated video depicting himself kissing a potential candidate. Waldron previously resigned as chair of the Oklahoma Democratic Party in December.
Films of all genres are coming to Stillwater. Aaron Stinson has that and more in your weekend preview. Aaron?
Yeah, Kennedy. Starting earlier today and going throughout the weekend, it's the Red Dirt Film Festival in downtown Stillwater. Then, Saturday morning at 8, it's the 20th annual Remember the 10 run to honor those who lost their life in the 2001 plane crash in Colorado. And finally, Saturday afternoon at 4, it's the Stilly Stock Battle of the Bands as part of the Block 34 live concert series. Well, that's all I got for this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Aaron. When we return, out of darkness comes light. We have how Oklahomans are still remembering.
And a run to remember, the Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Weekend marks 31 years since the Oklahoma City bombing, the deadliest domestic terror attack in U.S. history. On April 19, 1995, a bombing at the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building killed 168 people, including 19 children. Families, survivors, and the community will gather once again to honor those lost and forever changed. While last year marked 30 years with a large-scale ceremony, this year's remembrance continues the tradition of reflection on sacred ground. For Oklahomans, it's a time to remember those who were killed, those who survived, and those changed forever.
And continuing with honoring those lives lost, the OKC Memorial Marathon returns next weekend. The three-day run to remember is April 24th through 26th. Sunday morning, runners will observe 168 seconds of silence before the race begins. More than 26,000 participants joined last year, making it one of the nation's largest memorial races. While the full and half marathons are sold out, other races are still open for registration online.
It looks like those storms are going to roll in overnight, but what can we expect over the weekend? Let's check back in with Will, who has what we can watch out for. Will?
Yeah, Kendall, that's right. Those storms are going to be starting even tonight. As we look right here, we're about to be right in the storm as it comes down here as we get into tonight. We're going to be seeing some rain well after, but once it starts moving out tonight, we're going to see a good amount of it start dissipating. As we move into tomorrow, we'll see that the storms and the rain will continue down to the south, but it's not going to be quite hitting Stillwater. We're just going to be seeing some good cloud coverage, and a good amount of the state will be getting some rain tomorrow, but we should be pretty safe for now. Now, as we move into Sunday, we're going to see that's going to be pretty clear. Those temperatures are going to start rising just a little bit after a pretty significant drop on Saturday, but Sunday we're going to be seeing once again some cloud coverage coming through. It might start hitting Stillwater later in the day, but we're going to be pretty safe from storms. Just make sure you're making sure that you're going to be clear from storms tonight, because it is going to be pretty crazy as we get into tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, some things I think you should be looking out for. We're going to be seeing some temps rising next week. As I said before, we see a pretty big drop tomorrow into the 60s, and it's going to start rising throughout the week until by the end of the week, we're going to be back up to highs of the 80s. We're going to see some more cloud coverage going on. As I said, it's going to start around Sunday, but we're going to see it ramp up a good amount until we're going to see a lot of clouds in our sky starting next Wednesday. And lastly, those wind speeds, once again, as always, are going to start picking up throughout our week. And that's all I've got here at the radar. Let's send it back over to the desk.
Thanks for keeping us informed, Will. When we return, has peace finally hit the Middle East? Details since the recent ceasefire.
And how your wallet might be thanking you while hitting the gas pumps. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
After the announcement of a 10-day ceasefire, Iran has reopened the Strait of Hormuz, allowing commercial shipments to resume. President Trump says U.S. sanctions on Iran will remain in place. Trump also claims Iran agreed not to close the strait again and is working to remove sea mines. He says the U.S. is continuing talks with Iran, including plans to handle nuclear material. The Strait of Hormuz is key to global oil route, making its reopening critical for world markets.
And after the announcement of the strait's reopening, oil prices fell sharply this morning. U.S. crude dropped more than 12%, while Brent crude fell over 10%, making a major one-day decline in energy markets. The move followed a statement from Iran's foreign minister confirming shipping through the strait would resume under a coordinated agreement. Stock markets rallied on the news, with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq hitting record highs and the Dow jumping more than 1,000 points. Analysts say lower oil prices could soon translate into lower gas prices for U.S. drivers.
Congress has approved a short-term extension of key U.S. surveillance program after a last-minute scramble to prevent it from expiring. The Senate passed the temporary measure by voice vote, extending the program until April 30th as lawmakers rushed to meet a deadline. The House saw chaotic overnight votes, with multiple plans failing before lawmakers finally advanced the stopgate extension. The program, known as Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, allows U.S. agencies to collect foreign communications and sometimes incidentally sweep up U.S. data. The bill now heads to President Trump for signature.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. faced blistering criticism from Democrats in a House committee hearing.
Our political correspondent Addison Schweinberg joins us with the details. So what can you tell us, Addison?
Well, RFK Jr. is currently very adamantly denying these accusations. Kennedy is currently being accused of causing measles outbreaks throughout the United States. This might sound familiar, as one outbreak happened just an hour and a half north of us in Norman, Oklahoma. The House questioned RFK Jr. and attributed the outbreak to his strong opposition of vaccines. RFK Jr. is claiming that his opinions on vaccines had no effect on the issue. That's all I have. Back to you guys.
Singer David has been arrested in connection with a murder case tied to a teenage girl found dead in a Tesla last year. Los Angeles police say 21-year-old David Anthony Burke was taken into custody on suspicion of murder and is being held without bail. The case involves the death of a 14-year-old girl whose decomposed remains were discovered in the trunk of an impounded Tesla in 2024. Investigators say the case will be presented to District Attorney's Office for review, while his attorneys deny the allegations and say that he will continue to defend his innocence.
The FBI is analyzing DNA in the abduction case of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Investigators say a DNA sample recovered from the 84-year-old Arizona home is now being tested using advanced FBI lab techniques. The sample, sent from a private lab in Florida, is believed to contain mixed DNA that requires further analysis to help identify the suspect. Authorities say multiple labs and federal investigators are still working on the case, which remains unsolved months after her abduction.
Cowgirls softball and Cowboy baseball are back in action in Stillwater. Alyssa Brandon is in the Sports Corner with how they're competing right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that and had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Alyssa Brandon. Now let's see what's going on in sports. Well, as we're bracing for weather, Oklahoma State baseball and softball both did their best to finish up each of their series openers. The games were moved up originally to this afternoon due to inclement weather in the forecast. Then both got put on weather delay after the games had started. For the Cowboys, they decided to finish their game with the Kansas Jayhawks at 2:05 p.m. tomorrow. The Pokes currently hold an impressive lead over the top Big 12 team 6-2. Then moving on to the Cowgirls, they're hosting 16th ranked Arizona right now. The Cowgirls currently up 5-0, about to go into the fourth inning. Moving from the diamond to the hardwood, Cowboy basketball just grabbed its latest portal addition. Memphis native from Sam Houston, Jacob Walker has committed to Oklahoma State. Walker is a 6'1" guard who averaged 11.5 points, 2.5 assists, and 2.2 rebounds as a freshman this season. Walker chose the orange and black over Tennessee, West Virginia, Georgia, and more. Cowboy football fans, we know you've been itching for some game action, and you're going to get your first look at the team in less than 24 hours. The spring game kickoff is at 4 p.m. Gates will open at 3:30. Then following the game, fans have the opportunity to go onto the field to meet and take photos with some of the Cowboys. Sophomore running back Caleb Hawkins tells us how the offense has been working hard.
Explosiveness, grit, blood, sweat, and tears just going into every play. We just continue to work and get better every single day.
Well, it's a busy weekend for OSU athletics. Let's go to our Gabrielle Moras to fill us in more on those matchups. How's it looking, Gabe?
Yeah, well, thank you, Alyssa. Welcome, everybody, to your sports weekend preview. Stillwater set for a packed weekend across OSU athletics, with Orange Power Weekend bringing in a full slate of events to campus. Saturday's softball matchup is set for 2 p.m. with the series wrapping up on Sunday at 11 a.m. The Cowgirls are playing some of their best softball of the season, including a statement win over number 1 Oklahoma. Now on the side of baseball, Oklahoma State Cowboys host number 18 Kansas Jayhawks in another key Big 12 matchup. Sunday's game is set for 1 p.m. Well, it's going to be a full day in Stillwater, showcasing everything Cowboy Athletics has to offer during Orange Power Weekend. The main action starts in the afternoon with softball and soccer. Then fans get their first look at the new Cowboy football team at the spring game. A lot of eyes on this one, as it's going to define a new era in Cowboy football. For the night wraps up at 6 p.m., Oklahoma State baseball is hosting Kansas, followed by a little fireworks show. So we certainly got a lot coming your way. But for now, that's going to be it for your Sports Weekend preview. I'm Gabriel Mauras. Back to you, Alyssa.
Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. An update on a viral sensation. Kendall and Kennedy have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
A lot of news is hitting the world of Hollywood in a galaxy far, far away. Chance Annis has that in your A-List update. Chance.
That's right, Kennedy. A new trailer for Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu has dropped, showing Din Djarin and his little green sidekick tracking down targets to prevent another war breaking out across the galaxy, which you can see when the film releases on May 22nd. Now, shifting gears to another Disney property, Doomsday looms closer. At CinemaCon yesterday, the Russo brothers and Robert Downey Jr. hit the stage to show convention goers a private screening of the new Avengers Doomsday trailer, showing how Dr. Doom is the new big bad that isn't to be messed with. While we don't know when the trailer will drop, we do know that you can see if the Avengers will win the battle when it hits theaters December 18th. That's all I have for the A-List update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Chance. The zookeeper at Japan's Ichikawa City Zoo says viral baby monkey Punch is thriving months after becoming an online sensation. Officials say the young Punch is now increasingly socializing and being accepted by other monkeys in his group. Recently, it was rumored that Punch may have a girlfriend, but the zoo says that they're unsure about that. Punch first went viral after zookeepers provided him with a plushie orangutan for comfort when his mother was unable to care for him. Zoo staff says he is now rarely relies on the plushie and is adapting well with the rest of his pride.
Time to celebrate. It's National Haiku Poetry Day, so let's start writing. The haiku poem is more of a dance than rhyme, capturing moments. It's a reminder that poetry can be small, while teaching restraint. 5 syllables here, 7 in the middle line, then 5 to end off. The 1600s, with influence from Japan, is where it all starts. Celebrate today by writing your own poem.
In the spirit of the National Day today, let's send it to Will for our weathercast to see what we can expect in our 7-day.
Thanks. I love haikus. Classic form of poetry. Here's our 7-day. So for today, we're going to be seeing our high is 83 degrees with a good amount of rain coming through, as I said before. But tomorrow, the high is going to dip a good amount down to about 64 degrees, but the sun is going to be out. And that's going to continue into the rest of the weekend on Sunday, seeing a high of 74. And that's going to start rising as we move on to Monday, where it's going to jump up to 75. But by Tuesday, we're going to see that cloud coverage start coming through, as it's going to continue through the rest of the week. With our highs shifting up, by Wednesday, our high will be 82. And by Thursday, it's going to jump up to about 84. So we're going to be seeing some rising temperatures this week, but once again, make sure you're staying clear of the rain tonight through tomorrow.
Thanks for that, Will. Well, what are y'all's weekend's plans?
Well, first I gotta say, excellent haiku going into Will's weather.
Thank you.
Great. I'm assuming that was a haiku that you did when you started.
It was, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. I'm just planning on hanging out with friends, you know?
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, same thing. I'm going out with some friends tonight and tomorrow night. Just gonna hang out and have some fun.
My mom's coming to town, so gonna hang out with her. Yep.
Fun.
Yes.
I'll be hanging out with my boyfriend's mom. So
fun.
Well, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to tune in to the Daily O next week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Kennedy Coyle.
And I'm Kendall May Stark. Have a blessed night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.
hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.